The world of John Wayne Gacy seemed ordinary, even charming. A successful businessman, a community member, a father, and a clown. But beneath the painted smile of Pogo the Clown, something far darker lurked. For years, a monster roamed the quiet streets of Norwood Park, Chicago, preying on the vulnerable, leaving behind a trail of missing boys and unspeakable horrors. But it wasn't until the night a 15-year-old boy disappeared without a trace that anyone began to suspect the truth. The man they thought they knew, the man they trusted, was about to be unmasked. John Wayne Gacy was the kind of person you trusted without a second thought. He was friendly, engaging, and well-liked in his neighborhood. He had a family, ran a construction business, and even entertained children as Pogo the Clown at birthday parties. His reputation as a loving father and upstanding businessman painted a picture of a man who had it all together. But in the shadows of his home, Gacy hid a twisted obsession, a depraved hunger for young men that no one saw coming. Neighbors spoke of his friendliness and easy charm. He was the man who waved hello, made everyone feel welcome. But his house, his home, was a different story. There, behind closed doors, Pogo the Clown turned into a predator. John Wayne Gacy wasn't just a man of the community, he was a man hiding in plain sight, a dangerous figure whose greatest act of deception was the mask he wore. The disappearances started quietly, one by one. Young men, mostly teenage runaways or troubled boys, vanished from the streets. No one suspected foul play at first. Some left home willingly, some just vanished without a word. But one boy, Robert Piest, wouldn't just disappear into the void. Robert, a 15-year-old high school student, had dreams of a better life. He worked at a local pharmacy and had plans to meet Gacy about a job opportunity. His family never saw him again. That was the turning point, the moment Gacy's web began to unravel. Robert Piest's disappearance was different. His family was frantic, his parents weren't willing to just accept that he ran away. Desperate, they called the police. Suspicion fell on Gacy, who had been the last person seen with Robert. When investigators dug deeper into Gacy's life, they began to notice strange inconsistencies. A trail of missing boys started to form, and as they connected the dots, they found that Gacy was no ordinary man. He was a monster hiding in plain sight, a man who lured young victims into his house, promising them work, money, or shelter. But once inside, they were trapped. No one was ever meant to leave. In December 1978, police obtained a search warrant for Gacy's home. What they found in the crawlspace beneath the house would forever alter the course of history. It began with a single body, a body hidden in the soil under his house. But then they found more. And more. Dozens of bodies, buried like forgotten secrets, stacked one after the other. Victim after victim. The crawlspace was not just a hiding place, it was a graveyard for Gacy's twisted fantasies. Gacy had murdered 33 young men and boys, each one taken under the guise of kindness, each one never to be seen again. When John Wayne Gacy was arrested, the truth hit like a tidal wave. The clown they had known, the businessman they trusted, was a killer. But Gacy's trial was just as chilling as the crimes themselves. He tried to play the victim, claiming insanity, saying his actions were the result of multiple personalities, and that Pogo was the one responsible. But the evidence was overwhelming. His victims' bodies, the horrifying confessions, and the tapes of Gacy's own interrogations painted a disturbing picture of a man who took pleasure in the suffering of others. Gacy was convicted of 33 murders and sentenced to death. But even in prison he continued to manipulate, to lie, and to deny the enormity of his crimes. His execution in 1994 was the end of his reign of terror, but the scars he left behind were permanent. For the families of his victims, the damage was irreparable. The chilling image of Pogo the Clown would forever be burned into the public consciousness, a reminder that the face of evil doesn't always look like what we expect. It doesn't always wear a mask that screams danger. The horror of John Wayne Gacy's crimes is one that still haunts Chicago today. The killer clown is a name that will never fade, a monster whose gruesome actions shattered a community's trust. But what is perhaps most terrifying about Gacy's story is the fact that he was not a shadow lurking in the dark. He was the man next door, the man who smiled at you and shook your hand, the man you invited into your home, the man who performed at your children's parties. John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown, is a chilling reminder that evil doesn't always announce itself. It can be hidden in the most unsuspecting places, waiting for its chance to strike. His legacy is one of pure terror, a legacy that shows the world the truth behind the mask, and what happens when that mask is pulled away.